What's up, everybody? We are here for another episode of Now You Know, brought to you by Island Auto Group. Today, we have a couple very special guests, none other than Little League World Series Cologne kid phenom, Dean Scarangello, and his father, John Scarangello. We're going to talk about Dean's experience, John's experience. I was a big baseball player growing up, and we're just going to get into maybe some of your Cologne wants and needs and what you like, and let's just get right into it. Dean, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah. How was the Little League World Series?
A great experience.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What were you PR trained? That's your answer?
Yeah. Very.
Were they? By the way, were they trained by like anyone how to do this?
Not really, but there were a lot of rules,
Yeah.
which I think kind of forced them to act a certain way.
Really?
Like, because they stayed in the dormitories and things like that. So
Sure.
they did not. I mean, they had opportunities to be kids, but a lot of it was very regimented and stuff. So I think there was a lot of rules, and I mean, you could have easily gotten booted out of there, right? Need be, Dean, you know better than I do.
If there's a manager walks in and there's like clothes in the middle of the floor, you could get kicked out for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, the manager of who?
Like workers at the Little League World Series and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the Little League World Series, let's just talk about this really quick. That's, for people out there who don't know, that's a Williamsport, right? Which is Virginia?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
Sorry. Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And what did it take to actually get to the Little League World Series? How many games did you have to play to get there?
Like 19.
19
Yeah.
games?
I think we went like 17-2 to go.
Wow.
Go there. Yeah.
So your team is comprised of the Staten, what is it?
It's
SS
South Shore Little League, yes.
South Shore Little League. Everybody's from Staten Island, right?
Yeah.
Locally. And you guys went in representing basically Metro, right? Which is New York, or
Yeah, who made up the metro? It was either New York, New Jersey.
Well, last year it was like Massapequa or something.
Yeah.
Well, that was right.
It was
yeah.
Massapequa. I remember that. That's right near us.
Yeah,
by
they
the way.
represented New York. in
Okay,
the,
so they were Metro.
Yeah, so we had to get out of the regions, which was, again, New York, New Jersey, Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. Well, we had that bracket with Connecticut, New Jersey, and Rhode Island.
Right, correct. So that's what we got out of.
So you went 17-2. What position do you play?
Everywhere, but mostly right field.
Utility player.
Yeah.
He is.
Okay.
He's like I call him a Randy Velotti.
Like Joe
The
McEwen.
ex-Yank. Yeah, exactly.
That's
But
amazing.
in the through this whole thing, he's pitched. He's played the outfield. He's played third base. He's played second base. So he's all over the place.
What's your favorite position of all of them?
Catching.
Really? I was a catcher. That's what I did. Catcher's fun, right?
Yeah, you built like a catcher.
Yeah,
you
but
still got
really, I really only do that in like travel ball and stuff though, because we got Peter Giacchio behind the plate in All Stars.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pete's good. Yeah,
He's good?
yeah,
Good
big
arm.
big boy.
So all of these kids that are on the team, are they friends of yours? Have they become friends of yours through baseball? Were they friends of yours before that?
Yeah, mostly all of them, except for
No, don't call anybody out.
Okay.
mostly all of them.
Right.
All of them are.
You
from
know who you
baseball.
are out there.
Yeah.
But some I know from like T-ball and stuff.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So if you had to say what was your favorite part about all of this, what would you say? I mean, obviously you had a long run. I mean, how long does 19 games take? A month?
Well, they started practicing June 1st, right? Give or take. And I mean, when I say practice, I mean it's every single
Every
day.
We got like 2 off days. for
Wow.
practice.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. And did you guys know collectively that you really had a shot at doing this, or was this a long shot? Were you underdogs?
10s and 11s year, we made it to regionals every time, and the 11s year we won the Metro, but we weren't 12, so we couldn't go to Little League World Series yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So
so-
they won this?
Yeah, well, basically, to make it to the Little World Series, they break up All-Stars into the 10-year-olds, the 11-year-olds, and the 12-year-olds.
Okay.
So only the 12-year-olds can go past regions to make it to the Little League World Series. But the 2 years prior, they went as far as they could possibly go.
Okay.
So and they did well. So we went into this knowing they had a good team. But the thing with I'm sorry, Dean, I don't mean to speak over you. But the thing with Staten Island is the competition for the little leagues is great.
Yeah.
So just to get off the island is a feat in itself. So like we
Really?
didn't count our chickens before they hatched. There was a lot of good, good little leagues that we had to get past.
But did you guys have a feat? Like, were you like, we are the best, and we're gonna get there?
Yeah, especially since we like picked up a couple new kids that
Oh,
weren't
okay.
on the team last year because some were on like they transferred, and one was on the 12s last year. So that definitely gave us a bigger chance too.
Okay.
Especially since we did it with the original team in the 11th year.
We'll explain, like, one of the boys was Dean's age, but they moved him up to the 12s last year as an 11.
Oh, you can do that.
Yes. So
Okay.
they can play up. So this year he was a 12. He played with the 12. So,
Right.
I mean, and it helped
And
because he's
I'm
an
sure that
excellent
helped
ball
'cause you
player.
probably
Yeah.
have
So,
a whole nother year of experience
So-
with the 12s too.
Correct,
Now
yeah.
playing back with the 12s.
right. So they had a little extra firepower on top of the team that they had last year. So it
That's amazing.
It
What
worked
what got you into baseball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen, to be clear, I never forced baseball on my kids. I played
Yeah.
baseball. I played in high school. I played a decent level in college, and I love it. It's my passion. And,
Yeah.
I pushed them in the right direction, and thankfully and
Are you guys
happily.
Mets or Yankees fans?
Yankees.
All right, we're gonna have to end this.
Yeah.
Little cut. Yankees. Okay. And how young were you when you? Usually I say how old were you, but in Dean's case, how young were you when you started playing baseball?
4?
Yeah, 4. I mean, well, as soon as he was able to walk, we had bats in their hands and stuff playing around. But I think T-ball started around 5. Yeah.
So he has an older brother,
yes,
right?
Luca.
And
Luca, yeah.
And Luca plays baseball as well.
correct.
And what was that like with you and your brother growing up? Or what is it like playing baseball? Are you guys very competitive, or do you support each other?
Very competitive, but like we have like a field down the street from us, like down the block.
Mhm.
So we'll go there and he'll throw like live at bats to me, and I'll hit tanks off him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think your brother's holding back a little bit though, but
Yeah, I
it's still.
50% he's done.
Okay. What was? Do you have a most memorable hit of the Little League World Series or anything?
Yeah, that double I hit off that curveball.
And you did a little
Yeah,
spritzing.
that was his Cologne spreads.
How do you like being known as the Cologne kid?
It's yeah,
It's good.
yeah.
How
I
did,
got
it, how
like
did it
a-
happen?
They made us like answer questions and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, what was the question? that I
They
put?
asked you, like, maybe what do you collect? Something you like to collect.
Oh yeah.
So his response was, I like to collect colognes. I think he has 43 colognes or something along those
And then
lines.
they showed it onto the TV, like under my name, and then it just caught on.
So, so what was the actual nickname, the Cologne Kid, or is that just like something that the newspaper?
I think
They
Todd Frazier, right? Was it Todd Frazier?
Todd Frazier. That's
Which
what
you
it
being a
is.
Met fan, you
Yeah,
know who
of
Todd
course.
Frazier is?
Yeah.
I think Todd Frazier coined it. It was either him or Ravitch.
he was commentating a bunch.
He
of
was
it.
commentating through regionals and
Yeah.
whatever. So when regionals is when they first started airing the games on ESPN, like ESPN2, I think.
Yeah.
And they'd flash like favorite meme, favorite emoji,
sure.
and his was like Dean has 40 plus bottles of cologne, and everyone kind of got a kick at it. It is kind of rare. I don't know any other kids, but
That's unbelievable.
but again, he is an Italian kid from Staten Island, so who knows? That
exactly.
might be a little and you're an Italian from Massapequa, so
probably the
I'm
only place. So what in from a father's perspective,
Right.
What was it like? I mean, did your older son go to Williamsport?
No, they didn't, and he had an excellent team, and
Dean's
that's
happy
had-
about that.
see, that's a
had,
battle
like-
that my oldest son and Dean have all the time because my older guy still thinks his team was better than Dean's team, but Dean's team had made it that
What do you
far.
think, Dan?
He definitely did have like better competition because like in islands and stuff, he was facing like 74.
Wow.
But he definitely had a better team, like bigger kids and stuff. He just like
But that's not usually what it
He just
takes, though,
thinks-
right?
Maybe they just didn't
He
have the
just
bigger
thinks-
hearts.
So I think I forgot who knocked them out, but they lost in states.
Okay.
So, and it was unfortunate too because they were undefeated up into that one game, and it was, believe it or not, a single elimination game, and they got outplayed and they lost 3-1, and then that's it.
Wow.
It's a little league over. So I mean,
74 is hard from 45 feet.
yeah, that's gas.
That's gas.
You can't.
and
that's,
the kid in islands, the kid was like a submarine pitcher. that
Really?
beside him. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So yeah,
that's
it's,
wild.
It's different.
So what's it like though from your perspective? I mean, having two kids who are obviously extremely good baseball players.
Listen, as a dad, I'm super proud of what
Yeah.
they've accomplished, but it is a lot of work. It's crazy. Like I said, when All Stars started June 1st, it's practice every single day.
Yeah.
It's every day. And even after practice is over, they would eat as a team together. It wasn't like we all just spread out. So it was, I mean, it consumes your life. And, you know, as a dad, you're a dad, you know, you do what's best for your children. And you
So
suck it up.
how were you able to do it in terms of? I mean, do you work?
Well, I'm retired now, so
Wow,
that
retired.
definitely helped. I did
That's
20
amazing.
years. I did 20 years with the fire department. I actually retired at Engine 152 in Rosebank, which is right down the block from here.
Wow, good for you.
Hey guys, but it's thank God I'm retired, and you know his mom, you know.
Okay, got you.
So we all help out, and everybody pitches in. But you know, thank God I am retired. And I have the time to do it.
I mean, do you spend a ton of time on this?
Yeah, I spend all my time on it.
This
So
is like your full time job.
So like now that this is done, I feel like I got, you know, I'm like, what am I gonna do with myself next summer? Because they both play travel, but
so
it's
what
not.
happens now? Because now you move up to the bigger fields, right?
Yeah, well, he's doing. Go ahead, Dean.
Like I'm on 50-70 now, so it's gonna be much different from like seeing like 65 close. It's gonna look like 40 from 50-70.
Yeah. 100%.
Do you know what? Because it was different when we played. Well, you're younger than I am, but
we went straight from
Right.
to 60 to 90.
correct.
So now they go from
Yeah, we went from 46 to 46, whatever, 60, 90.
Right.
There's 50, 70. There's like
There's
one
like a
right in the middle,
in-between?
which is great. It's in
like-
between, yeah.
it's like
How
12 year.
are the fields built like that?
Yes.
Or do
so
they
like
just take a bigger field and
so
modify it?
you probably didn't even notice. Like if you see like a lot of these turf fields or whatever, there'll be like an infield cutout, but you'll see like a plug where the bases are. So the bases you can actually move them back.
Wow.
And it'll make them go from 60 feet to 70 feet, and then the
Okay.
mound will go from 46 feet to 50 feet. So I mean, it's nothing drastic, but it is an intermediate
No,
step.
I mean even another few feet.
I mean, I didn't have that when I turned
neither.
when I turned 13. You
Yeah.
looked like you were playing
Literally.
an eternity field that never
oh my
ended.
God! So hitting it out of the outfield was
Hitting it into the outfield was a big deal. Remember?
I
Yeah.
remember,
And now,
yeah.
but it was listen.
Yeah, these kids, your bats are juiced now. You guys are probably hitting
God.
lasers,
See,
I
that's
saw a
funny.
couple of these home runs. He likes what?
What's that?
He had back then. You had juice bats.
The little league
Easton
the little
Redline?
league the little league bats back then were more juice
Oh,
than
yeah.
the bats they use
were
now.
short
They use
bats.
USA
We
bats.
were killing kids,
Right.
Literally. That's
the-
why they had to do it.
Right. The USA bats they use, they're really not much pop.
Really?
But the triple SA bats, USSSA
Yeah.
that they use for travel are totally loaded.
That's
Those
what I've
I
heard.
never had a
Those are-
bat like that. So
In Trip S, there's this bat called the Hype Fire, and it's good in drop 8, drop 5, but the drop 5 one was too powerful. And, like,
yeah, they
kids,
banned it.
Like
Really?
big kids ready to comebackers at the pitcher and stuff.
It's
Scary.
just it's
It
dangerous.
happened,
It was
It
dangerous.
happened in my brother's tournament.
Really?
What happened?
Yeah, we
Got
were
hit?
in Texas. My older guy and these are big 12-year-olds now. These are kids that are going to be off that field in a couple of months, and we're playing down south, and boys are big. And
Oh, yeah.
Kid hit a comebacker, and it hit Luca, the kid who was pitching for Luca's team, in the head. So he was good, and he was like a little wobbly, and everything was good. But it turned out he like fractured his. He fractured skull.
Oh, my
And he had
God.
bleeding on the brain.
Did
They
he
had to
really?
actually airlift him, and he was in Texas for like 2 weeks. He's fine, full recovery, playing
Wow.
ball. Kid's fantastic, but
That's
I mean,
wild.
it's dangerous.
No, it's dangerous.
yeah,
I
and
mean,
that was the
I
bat
remember
that was
my-
the bat that did it too. So I mean,
Oh, okay. So I remember my brother like exploded this kid's face.
Yeah,
I
oh,
mean,
yeah.
Bad.
Abs-
His face was not in the right place. And granted, God bless you, by the way. Granted,
bless you, buddy.
These bats. This was back in the day. I mean, they must have been so juiced, because nobody
Right.
cared. But they just wanted to hit, as hard as you can.
listen, we also didn't have helmets with the
Really?
the-
Yeah.
you
Are they
know,
all wearing that now?
C-flat.
Yeah, the C flap, which is great. Well, did you see the game where he got hit in the face? I have a video of it.
I
It's
didn't see that.
I collapsed on the
Wait, really?
you know what? I can show it to you if you want to just talk to Dean. I'll pull it up. But he got hit
So tell me about that. at
Right
bat.
here.
I got hit like right here.
In the C-flap?
Like, yeah, like right here. But like my C flap's like this close to the top of my
Yeah,
helmet.
yeah.
So it like stopped it and then it came off and hit my shoulder.
And did it still hurt your shoulder?
My shoulder still hurts.
What? How hard was that kid throwing?
He was throwing hard, probably upper 60s. He was,
Wow.
he was throwing hard.
63.
How hard can you throw?
He's like mid to low 60s.
It depends.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me
What's
see
your strength of your game, Dean?
What does that mean?
Like what area of your baseball skills are the best?
My arm, kinda.
Your arm?
Yeah.
Would
Well,
you would you agree, John?
not pitching wise, catching wise, baby.
Right, I understand.
Listen, he's definitely got a ton of athletic ability. Like he can play any position very well. He hits very well. He pitches. I think Dean's best strength is he's just calm. Like you put him in big situations, and
Really?
you see a lot of these kids, and to no fault of their own, they're 12, they're babies,
get
11,
nervous.
10. He never seems to get nervous. He's always smiling. He's always having fun, and that's the big thing. And listen, I know it's very cliche. Hey, just go out there and have a great, like, we there's a lot more to it than just going out. Hey, and win or lose. It's
100%.
But he's truly having fun, and that's important too. Because if you look at all these major leaguers, I mean, they're all having a great time out there. They really are. Win, lose, or draw. They go 0 for 4 and whatever. They're not.
They have the best lives ever.
Yeah, they're not beating themselves up. They're like, all right, you got another game tomorrow. I got 165 games. I got this and that. So he kind of plays with that attitude, and so does my other son, my older guy, and that I love because I don't want them throwing helmets, banging balls, and just like going home and their whole day's ruined. Like, listen, you have a crap game, which you're gonna have a crappy game in baseball. It's inevitable. It's a game of failure. Listen, let's have some ice cream. You may get an earful from me, but I'm not going to give them. I'm not going to. I don't get on my kids for performance.
He doesn't do it anymore.
I don't do it anymore. Well, it's you know what, and I hate to use lack of a better word, but I kind of trained you guys how to act a certain way. I would get mad of lack of hustle. I would get mad at.
Did you coach at all?
I did coach. I coached forever for them, and then I kind of took a back seat about 2 years ago.
Yeah,
which is good because I felt like they're in good hands. All their coaches are fantastic.
Do the coaches have kids on the team?
In travel, there's one of our coaches does.
So like on this Little League World Series?
Yeah, well, two of the coaches was Joe Curro, who was fantastic. Hello, Joe. Joe, but
Grippo.
total baseball guy, played for University of Miami, legit. Me and Joe were friends in high school, and we played for Tonville High School
Oh,
together.
that's funny.
Which were PSL City champs. I'll throw that out there.
Wow, okay, there you go.
1995.
He's got a flex.
Yeah.
He
and
flexes his batting title.
I did. I won a Silver Slugger Award my sophomore year. Why can't I?
Wow,
I can't bring that up.
Yeah, that's big.
But his Joe Curro, his son Chase is on the team, and Steve Grippo, his son was Grippo, who was one of our ace pitchers. Both two great guys, and both of their sons are tremendous ball players.
How'd you guys? How many games did you actually win in Williamsport?
Oh, we went 2-1, and then we lost, so we went 2-2.
Okay, and who'd you guys lose to?
Florida.
And how'd Florida end up doing?
They won the whole thing.
They ended up winning the whole thing, but it was a close game going. It was like 1-2 going into the fifth.
Against you guys?
Yeah,
yeah.
We held our own. We had a shot, and now that I look at it, I was like, I think we.
Yeah, well, like looking back,
seeing
all the talent that was there, obviously from around the entire world. Do you guys think that you potentially had a shot to actually win the whole thing?
Now that in the beginning, you don't really know what to expect.
Well, I knew we were gonna make it this far, but I didn't think we were gonna perform this well in the Little League World Series. I thought we were gonna go 0-4.
Really?
0-2.
And why? Just because in your head did you think, wow, all these kids are so big?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a
From
size
the
thing? At
past
your age?
years, I saw the kids on TV and they were huge.
Well, to be fair, Danny Almonte was 23.
Yeah, well, that's a sore subject that you just brought that up because Dean's manager, who's I don't know if you've been following him at all.
No.
But he's he's been in the paper a little bit because he kind of called out the New York Yankees.
Oh, I saw that. Oh,
yeah,
that's the guy
and listen, to no fault of his
judge, right?
Yeah, and to no fault of his own, do you want me to tell you that story or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good story, and
I want to hear.
I'm a diehard Yankee fan. If the Yankee organization's listening, I
want to hear.
Listen, I support
Get
you.
Aaron
I love
Judge
you.
to sign a ball for me.
Yeah. Okay.
So basically, what happened was there was a big miscommunication. So I think our coach should have handled it. Maybe not so publicly, but the kids, being that they were from New York and the Yankees were happened to be playing in this Little League World Series Classic. They were told, okay, you guys go sit in the rec center or whatever, and the Yankees are going to come to you. So they were all excited. They had, balls and anything signed, and nobody showed up. And then later on, they waited over an hour, and then later on, who showed up?
Bullpen pitchers came and stuff.
But Garrett Cole came too.
Garrett Cole didn't come to the rec room.
Oh, he didn't.
Only DJ LeMahieu and Tim Hill and
then a couple of people they didn't really know. But listen, with that being said, later on,
Dean, pull the mic to you a little bit more, or you move over. Yeah, there you go.
And then with that being said, though, who did come to you, Dean? It was Aaron Boone.
Aaron Boone didn't come.
Oh, I thought he did. Garrett Cole, though, who was fantastic. He was just with the
So wait,
kids.
when you say
What-
come
what-
to him, where did they come?
Well,
Because I thought
at
I
the
saw a
game.
video where Judge was walking through the crowd.
Yes, and listen, Judge is fantastic. I mean, he's Superman. He was fantastic. I mean, he was mobbed. They were all mobbed. I mean, that's why it's a very gray area.
course.
They were mobbed. The issue is that the kids were promised some
He just,
one-on-one
the
time.
coach just seemed a little boondoggled, right? Like
Yes,
he got a little
yes.
like, oh, I had my kids waiting, and you guys couldn't even send players.
Right, so there was a miscommunication when the kids waited for over an hour. But I mean, the Yankees were fantastic. There was a ton of kids there, you know. But I think the part that stunk for them was they were promised, you know, and rightfully so. This is your New York team. They're representing New York.
How did you feel?
I kind of got jealous because my brother got like a whole ball signed by the Yankees.
Luca was hanging out
And
with Jazz Chisholm.
I didn't think it was worth because I bought it like a $35 big, like huge Little League ball just for the whole team to sign.
Wow.
And I kind of wasted my money.
Okay, I understand that. Maybe we can.
I left
get them to sign
I left
that.
a big spot on it for Aaron Judge.
That's it.
So, all of the players, when you guys were there, I'm just curious about this story specifically. Was there a huge sense of disappointment?
Maybe in some kids after we lost, but
Yeah.
They're talking about without
when-
seeing the Yankees as much as you wanted to, like meeting all the players.
Like,
they
was
didn't-
every single kid like, wow, like I can't believe the Yankees would do this?
especially the Mets fans.
no.
Wow. So they were like digging, like this is a typical Yankees thing that they would do.
Yeah,
They said that Torres.
they're like
Alex?
Peter Alonso wouldn't do this.
That's amazing.
Oh,
Pete
that's
Alonso
funny.
wouldn't do this.
That's very funny.
Were
but-
you upset?
I was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Mostly about the ball
Okay, I
and my
understand.
brother. But
He was a little jealous. His brother during the got to hang out with Jazz Chisholm a little bit. He got Aaron Judge's autograph, just working the crowd
Yeah.
while these the
I saw
team
they
was
asked-
sitting waiting for them to come, and they didn't really get an
I
opportunity.
saw
to
they
hang.
asked Jazz Chisholm like how he would do in the Little League World
Yeah.
Series, right? And he said he would get a hit every single time or something like that.
He's an awesome dude though.
Yeah,
he
he
really
definitely
is.
seems
Like
really
he's
fun.
he's very very down to earth and
Yeah,
very
that's
like
amazing.
he's just.
All right, let me see this. Let me see.
Oh.
We'll show.
You gotta
this
put the
too.
vo- you gotta put the
sh-
volume
we'll,
on,
We'll
Dean.
show this.
oh
in
yeah.
the-
Wait,
All right, look. Here we go. Oh. Were you nervous?
Yeah, I almost
my
smiled.
mom
I
was
almost threw up.
scream-
I almost
my
threw up
mom was
because
screaming.
Wow.
I almost to be honest, because you could see the way he went down. Like
Wow.
he buckled a
I
little bit.
went
Like
What? So let's just. I just want to go through at that AB real quick. Was that the first pitch of the at bat?
no, you were 0-1, I think, right? Or
But I kind of went out. Like it didn't hit my face, but it
Did
hit
you see
here.
it coming?
I did not see it coming. Well, I like kind of blacked out.
Wow. So the ball comes, hits you in the face.
It didn't hit me in the face.
What
it, like,
what went through your head though? I'm just curious.
Oh God.
Were you like, oh my god? Were you like checking your face?
No, my helmet came off, and I like.
Oh, the helmet completely came off.
yeah, helmet.
I didn't even know what happened. I was like dizzy at first base, and then my next at bat, my nose is.
Really?
Yeah.
From what? Like it
I
ricocheted?
guess
or?
it must have hit him because it
It
jarred
was
the
like an
helmet. So
impact.
Oh
you
my
want to
God.
give a shout out to Eastern Sports for the helmet that they donated to you guys. That worked great, by the way.
Thank you. Mizuno got nothing on you.
Yeah, there you go.
So were you nervous, by the way? Like
I was,
What,
yeah.
what were you feeling like? I mean, that's a scary feeling.
It's because it just happened so fast, you
Yeah.
know. And I heard the helmet hit, but the way he went down scared me because he kind of just dropped to his knees and then fell. So he won't admit it, but I think he it rung his bell. I think he might have blacked out a little bit from it. But then, I mean, it immediately went from that to him getting up, pounding his chest, to
that.
trying to pump up his teammates. And then it was like a moment I went from pure terror to like, that's my boy.
What team was that?
Florida.
Oh,
That was a Florida
that was
game,
Florida.
yeah. And then his
Okay.
next at bat, he ripped a single to left center field. So,
There you go.
and again,
Wow.
as you talk about as a dad and as somebody that played baseball, like you take a shot like that.
Oh yeah. Even
Like-
to come back and get in the batter's
Exactly,
box, by the
to
way.
dig in and just to, and that's when you were telling me, what do you think Dean's best part of his game is? And
Yeah.
that's it, his mental toughness. He's just a bulldog out there.
Were you nervous going back up there for the next at bat? Was it
I said I was getting smashed.
Was it the same pitcher?
No, it wasn't. The pitcher he got the hit off of was the one that closed out the game in Florida. The kid was good.
So let's just talk about really quick the final game of the Little League World Series that you weren't in. Okay, that game obviously ends with a bunt A very well placed bunt. You know, the catcher threw the ball to first where I don't think anybody was
Nobody
there.
was
No,
covering.
pitcher.
Oh.
Pitcher
The
threw
pitcher
it.
did.
Oh, the
Yeah,
pitcher
second
threw it,
baseman.
sorry.
Second baseman.
That
did a roll.
game should have been blown out by Chinese Taipei.
Really?
Wow, Dean,
Because-
that's strong words.
Yeah.
I
why do
don't
you say
think
that?
Florida got those, like, they don't have those big, tall, bulky kids.
Yeah,
on
the
their
Chinese Taipei was a big team,
Listen,
huh?
to Florida's, whatever. They hit very well. They played good baseball. You can't take that away from them. I know you're a little bitter that you lost to them. I see Greg making a snarl at me, but they played a good game. I mean, they were
Yeah.
well coached.
They're
They're
a good team.
they're
Like,
an excellent
they're
team.
one
and
of the
it's,
best teams we saw in this tournament, like this whole thing.
Were they the
I wanna
best
say.
team you saw?
Yes, best.
I
best
thought
team.
the Nevada team was good.
Oh, well,
that
the
was the
Nevada
other team they
team
lost
was
to.
good.
I thought they
They-
were legit.
Yeah, they didn't throw their ace.
Wow. Okay,
Good
well
stuff.
that's pretty cool. The Little League World Series experience from Dean Scarangello and John seems pretty fun to me. I mean, I was a very big baseball player growing up. Just to give you a little backstory.
Right.
My father even built my brother for his 12th birthday a baseball field in our backyard.
Oh wow.
A real baseball field, dirt. Like we used to hold practices there.
How big was the field?
It was big. We had an acre of land. I mean, it was a little league field, right? So
Oh, great.
You know, but it was pretty awesome. You know, I got to practice on it growing up.
Nice.
My brother went, pretty far playing baseball too. We were big baseball. I switched to golf, so now I'm a big golfer.
There you go.
But I can't even imagine my little league team, by the way, who I think was probably better than your team.
See that?
We were only a game away from going to Williamsport. So I remember that feeling,
Yeah.
even not going. So I can't imagine what it was like.
But you didn't make it there.
That's true. Hey, listen, like you said, and Luca, you can attest to this. Our competition was different.
Yeah, it was different. I remember watching the Little League World Series on TV.
Yeah.
Just being like, how do you even get there?
Same.
Because my team always, I mean, I played on a Staten Island
Great
All-Star
Kills.
team. I played for Great Kills Little League back then, and it's not that we weren't good, but there was
Yeah, no.
South Shore was the team to beat even then. And
Oh, was it
I don't
really?
Yeah,
even think
and-
they made a states before.
Wow.
what's that?
I don't think Great Kills ever made states.
I don't know. I have no idea.
That's crazy that South Shore even back then was the
Even
team to
back
beat.
then, yeah. And I have some friends my friend Matty Holtz played on the 1991 team with, remember Jason Marquis?
Yeah, of course.
He played that team. They made it to the
Wow.
Little League World Series. That was in '91.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was.
But
It was
didn't
very.
they have like the American and Nationals team for South
There was
Shore?
more. There was more. It was a higher enrollment. They had two All-Star teams.
What do you guys think though about and really from your actually I want to hear from both perspectives. One, I mean, do you feel like kids like baseball as much now, or because I feel like baseball is a different mental. I feel like it's too slow of a sport now for kids with no concentration
Right.
or attention span, who are looking at a million things at once to play.
Very
It-
good point.
It's weird. It's almost weird. It's like I feel like kids are just more inclined to play these high speed sports or just not even play. Some
Right.
sport. I mean, what do you think? Do you find that like is baseball at your school very popular? Or people are like, oh, that's really cool, or is it different?
No, not really, because like a lot of them are like they're I can't say it, but there's like kids from South Shore like Christian Faso. I don't wanna, but yeah, they're all from, and those are mostly the kids that are just stick to baseball, because in 34 is where I go.
IS 34 is the
There's,
school
like-
he goes to.
It's not really like a sports school,
Gotcha.
but we do have like teams and stuff, but nobody really tries out for them.
Wow, that's really interesting. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. So I think to what you were getting at is baseball is a very, very difficult sport when the kids are young. Like,
course.
listen, I'm a big baseball guy. I love
Same.
baseball. I can sit through a 9-inning baseball game of two teams I don't even care about.
100%.
And when you're sitting through T-ball and coach pitch, and then when the kids first start pitching and it's, every kid is getting walked and the games, you don't make it past the third inning, it's tough.
Yeah.
And you got to kind of fight through it. And then I feel like when the kids are around 10, the game starts to
And
change a
you're
little
right,
bit.
because that's where we are right now. It's
Yeah.
63 walks a game. It's
Right.
like-
It's awful. I know.
It's
So you
awful.
just gotta
Yeah.
you gotta fight through it, and then
Yeah.
eventually it turns into baseball. And
Right.
then that's when like the kids that really stick it out, that love it, then it's worth it. But but to your point, instant gratification, right? Let
Much
me
different.
get on my phone, let me get on my iPad, let me do this. Like even when the kids are sitting in the car anymore,
Yeah,
they're on their phones.
course.
There's, you hear other
I'm
people.
guilty of it too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and so am I, and as am I. But it's like for these kids for them to sit in the outfield or sit there and the ball's not hit to them for like 20 minutes, it's
brutal.
tough. It's
really
brutal for
tough.
them, and it's tough. But
That's why like flag football's so popular.
right,
I
flag
hate
football's
football
huge.
I
I
hate
sent out-
people when they say like baseball is boring because it's not really an action sport.
Yeah.
I hate when people say
Yeah,
that
that's.
because
I get annoyed when people say that
I
too.
get annoyed too.
Like there's
try catching a ball coming at you like 90 miles per hour.
Well, listen,
It's
the
true.
hardest thing to do in any sport is to hit a
Hit
round
a
ball
round
with a
ball.
round bat, and
Exactly.
that's a fact. But listen, like even in my house, I have my stepson Lewis plays lacrosse, and that's a
Much different sport.
much different sport. Like, and I have this conversation with my
huge sport now, by
wife
the way.
Celeste. Hey, Celeste, I have a conversation with my
Hey,
wife all the time, and she loves, like, my stepdaughter plays soccer for PDA Soccer Academy.
By the way, soccer to me is like watching paint dry.
Okay, and
It's
listen to your point,
literally
and that's funny.
brutal.
So I love soccer now, and I told her, I
Wow.
said, besides baseball, soccer is my favorite sport. So I can watch a soccer game now, and I'm into it, like with the countries, and
Really?
I like the low scoring games. So my stepson will play lacrosse, and I'll be like, what's the score? It's 17-13,
Right,
and you're like.
exactly.
I remember we went to a Rutgers lacrosse game, and it's cool. It's great. I mean, it's an amazing sport. It's high skill level.
Yeah.
The action's
Will
moving.
was a lacrosse player.
Are you a Long Island guy? Because lacrosse was huge in Long Island, and and I see some of these hits that these kids are putting out in the skill,
Oh, yeah,
and,
it's big.
and I'm like, wow, this is an amazing sport. Like I love the sport. I think it's
Yeah.
great, but it's too much for me. Like
Yeah, I hear you.
I like the soccer. I like the baseball. I like
Definitely.
a
Pickleball.
1-1 game going
Pickleball,
into
you
extra
said?
time, and
I love
like
pickleball.
what's that?
Pickleball.
I love pickleball.
Dean, that's
faced-
his sport. I told
Really?
I play teams in Little League World Series because we have like the courtyard.
Wow.
They have like a full
you play
pickleball.
pickleball?
court.
He loves
I-
pickleball.
It's more of like a hobby.
Do any kids play pickleball your age?
I don't know.
Dean's like an old soul. So
Yeah,
like for
seriously.
Christmas, he got a pickleball net. He
That's
wanted.
amazing. Wow. So, I mean, this has been pretty amazing. What I do want to, I want to bring up something. So this podcast is sponsored by Island Auto Group.
Okay.
So I want to talk about something for a few minutes. As a person who has bought a lot of cars, you actually pulled up here. I met you outside.
Yes,
in a,
yes.
In a Jeep. What is that called?
A Wrangler Rubicon, and that's my wife's.
No,
my wife's
it's not a
truck.
Wrangler. It's a
A Jeep Gladiator.
It's a Gladiator.
Gladiator Rubicon.
yeah,
That's my
Gladiator
wife's
Rubicon.
truck.
And
Yeah.
how do you like that truck?
I think it's awesome. I mean,
Yeah?
it's a lot of fun. I mean, she's probably used to it now, but I like the way it rides.
You
I
like the car, Dean?
I like it more than the Pathfinder.
Yeah. You do?
that might.
So what, I'm just curious. What made you buy the Rubicon?
You know what? My wife always wanted a Jeep.
Really?
She was always wanted a Jeep. She loved the Jeeps, and so one day we
And
like.
she has like 4 kids, so she needs storage.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Good point.
Well, you listen. That's great because you ever smell your kids are young.
Oh my God, putting it in that pickup is so much better.
My
Disgusting.
son Luca's cleats, my stepson Lewis's lacrosse equipment.
Yeah.
I mean, it smells like cat urine.
Oh, it's disgusting.
It's horrifying.
Hockey's actually the worst.
So like when I put them in the back of my truck, your car stinks. Like in the back of
Oh,
a Jeep,
yeah.
you throw it back there. It's like it's outside. It's its own entity in the tailgate. So,
So
it's great.
the car buying process for you, because this is something we talk about sometimes.
Right.
Do you dread buying cars?
I hate it.
Okay, why? I'm just
I
curious.
hate it just because my wife's more the negotiator. Like I don't like she'll
Right,
so
like you
attest
kind
to
of just
this.
want to go in there and be like, "What's the
I
price?"
do.
Okay.
It's just like even when you talk to somebody and you're like, all right, what you talk about? Oh, you got to come down. They want to see you in person. They want to whatever, and then you can even say, oh, well, I got a better deal here for this a month. Can you beat that? Come on in, whatever. It's like just beat it. I'm like, and I like I'm you
Yeah.
know how it goes.
Are
So,
you loyal? Are you loyal to specific dealerships?
well, you know what? I've been all over the place, so it's
Sure.
tough. Like my
Yeah, you
first,
mentioned you actually got
like I
cars
bought
from
my
Ireland.
Toyota Camry,
Okay.
and this was like
He
after
went
my.
from a Toyota to a GMC to
Oh wait a minute! I got my what's it called? I got 2 cars from Island Toyota. That's
Okay.
right.
Oh, you got a GMC too?
No, I had a Toyota Tacoma after
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, and then
Did you like that truck?
yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I liked it.
By the way, I love the Tacoma.
We have
I
like a
just saw the
pool on the
redesign of it
back,
too. It's
and-
a good looking. I like the mid-sized trucks
Yeah,
too.
same.
Like the mid-sized pickups. I love them.
Yeah.
Like I really the Tacoma was my favorite car.
Wow.
We hop in the trunk, and we drive to the pool with it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
because
The pool was a block and a half away, and there's no cars,
Totally.
so it was like
Yeah.
that's it. But yeah, Dean, because
So-
I'm pretty
so-
sure that's illegal. So
No,
let's
Dean,
just keep
it's
it on.
fine.
Cut that out.
Officer, please come arrest John. So the car buying experience was a headache for you. So it's funny because we speak to a lot of people about this,
Right.
right? The owner is directly involved and everything here. So the one nice part that we always see that
Right.
people mention, because we do a lot of Staten Island people and there's so many Island Auto Group customers,
Right.
is it is nice to go to a group that has 15 brands and one group,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
So it's like you can almost cross shop the cars in one dealership because
Right.
they're just like, oh, okay, well, if you don't like a Toyota, go next door. We have Kia.
Absolutely.
You
And
know?
listen, even if you're returning a lease,
100%.
and
That's a big-
and
that's
that
the
was a
best
big deal
part.
too. I mean, for my wife's Jeep, we bought it.
Yeah.
But I've been, I've always leased, and it's just nice. Like you're not pigeonholed to.
100%.
All right, so I got to return a Toyota. I got to get another Toyota. It'll be like,
Exactly.
well, we'll take it back. It's part of our thing.
Yeah.
But I do remember with Island, not just because they're a sponsor of
Yeah,
yours.
yeah, sure.
I do remember the Tacoma I wanted. So the Camry I got, it was like I just got divorced.
Sure.
So I had I had to get rid of, I had 2 trucks at the same time, this and that.
Dean can't help but
And
laugh at
I
that.
came in and I saw it and it was like, totally wasn't my style, but it was like a little sporty and I was
Sure.
like, oh, this is great. And I remember the girl that helped me, I forgot her name. She was fantastic, but she's like, I'll take back your truck. I'll do this. She made it so easy. And she's like, and she gave me a number and I was like, ooh.
Wow.
And I was like, done. Like I did it that day. Like I went in just to look. And then the same thing with the Tacoma. I wanted it. They contacted me and they were great about it.
I
And-
will say this honestly,
Yeah.
even as like and obviously we work with them, but the customer service that they provide, and I've seen it.
It was
firsthand,
fantastic. It
that
was.
literally goes to the owner. Like I've seen complaints, stupid little things here and there, and the owner actually picks up the phone and calls the customer. Which,
Right.
It's great. You wouldn't find that.
Well, I remember when I had the Camry, there was missing a cap or something on like it was nonsense. It was
Sure.
missing the cap for the windshield wiper fluid.
Yeah.
And I text my salesperson.
Wow.
And right off the bat, she got right back to me. She's no problem. She's like, we just ordered it. It'll be here, whatever. We'll bring it to you. And they brought it to me.
By the
Yeah.
way, they do so many things like that with the deliveries,
Yeah.
and I think something, and I think that it's something they pride themselves on, but there's something about the Staten Island community, and
Right.
I didn't know. You have to understand, I didn't know Staten Island.
Yeah,
before
you're a Long Island
before
boy.
Staten Island to me was another country. Right?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even drive to Staten Island because I thought it was 10 hours. I didn't even know where it was.
Right.
And even when I first started coming here, I was like, "Well, where am I? Like, am I in a city and I'm in a town?" But what I learned was how community oriented it is.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think that's something that they probably, are proud of. And
Right.
like anybody in the community, they help.
Well, listen,
during
it's like- it's
COVID,
like
dude, they
yeah.
were giving cars to first responders, giving cars.
Oh, that's great.
So it's like it was cool to see.
Well, it's like anything else. Like, it's the food in Staten Island's fantastic. The restaurants are good, and everybody's loyal to certain things that they like. Like, I live in New Jersey now.
Yeah.
So I'm in Metuchen, which isn't far from Dean's mom's house. It's like
Sure.
12 minutes. I'm just over the outer bridge. So I just got to pay that toll.
Yeah, toll sucks.
But still, like, I'm around or whatever. I was like, I want some Lee's Tavern today. And, like, and I'll go and hammer
How
2
great is
pies at
Lee's?
Lee's.
That clam pie?
Oh, Lee's great. Or Danino's.
Danino's,
And-
by the way, we had Mike Burke on this podcast.
yeah.
He brought us a pie. I mean, that
it's
regular pie
unreal.
is unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Danino's. You get the more pie, the meatball and the ricotta.
Yes. So good.
But like in even certain things, like I'll be certain spots and I'll be like, I'm still very loyal to certain
100%.
places.
There's
you
just
know,
something about Staten Island that's a
it
little
is. It's
different.
like you
So-
said, it's very community driven. It's very close knit. It's very diverse too, which is good. Like I was a
huge.
fireman in 77 truck, which was in Stapleton. Totally different
Oh
neighborhood
yeah, totally.
than Tottenville. Totally different
And
neighborhood.
I just started learning about
yeah.
the neighborhoods.
I lived in St. George for a little bit, which
Wow.
was right near the Staten Island Ferry, and,
Sure.
and each neighborhood has something fantastic about it,
Yeah,
and
it is a really good place.
yeah.
Let's do this now, okay, Dean. So the Cologne kid, okay. What I have is I have 3 colognes with me, okay. I'm gonna go get them, okay. I want you to close your eyes. I'm gonna spray a cologne, okay, on your wrist, and I want you to tell me what you smell, okay. You don't have to tell me the name. You might have to.
Are they like name brands? Like something I would have?
Maybe. Let's just see what happens.
Does it start with D?
We just wait, Dean, play the game, Dean.
Let me feel the cap too.
All right, you can feel the cap too.
Okay.
You
Close
can
your
tell
eyes.
what a clone is by
So
the
it's
cap.
not JPG.
But I want you to close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay? Here we go. Let me go get this cologne.
This is so funny. Yeah, Dean. You know what? Put the hat over your face. There you go. Let me see the hat. Let me make sure you can't see through it. Give me it.
All right, let's show the camera the 3 colognes. Oh,
Did he see?
No, no, no.
No, I didn't see it.
Okay, leave it like that.
All right, here's the first one that we're gonna go with. All right, D. Let me see. Give me your left wrist.
Hold the hat.
You're gonna be going to your next thing with a lot
There
of
you
different scents on. Here we go.
And he purposely didn't wear anything today because he didn't
How
want
do
to be
I
distracted.
smell this?
Well, that no. Hide them. Now you can smell it. Go ahead.
Smell it.
Oh, I have this one, Polo Green.
Yeah? Wow.
Wow.
That is impressive.
I have that one.
That is
So I bought this. These are my colognes, by the way. I'm a big cologne person too.
all right.
I bought this cologne because I went into the store, and I swear this is a true story. My wife.
I don't really like that one. It's like a wood, it has like that wood scent,
No,
like
you
that.
wanna know this? It smells like an old man.
There you go. I like that. I like the old man
I
smell.
went into the store and I said, I want to smell like an old man.
Okay.
I said that.
That is
And
funny.
the lady's like, what? My wife is like, and I'm like, show me stuff that old men.
I like your style. Let me tell you, I like your style. Yeah.
So he gave me this and I was like, wow.
I have two of those.
Does it not smell like an old man?
Oh, it does smell. I smell it from me. I
It
like that
has
smell.
Take a little smell.
It has
You know
that,
what? I don't have any. Oh no, I do have on. I have Spice Bomb by
Smell
Victor
that.
Roth.
Oh yeah, that's a
It
good
has that natural.
That's
wood,
the only one I wear. So.
It has that natural wood scent.
right?
It smells like my dad.
Exactly.
It smells like my father.
And you know what's so funny? When I sprayed it on me,
What's up, Luca? That's my dad. Oh, this. Oh my God.
You know what my
You
wife
want
said?
one? Dad, you want one? I have two.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Thank you. I mean.
my wife said to me, "It smells like my grandfather." I said, "There we go."
Oh, that's
the
great.
first scent. By the way, one for one.
One for
that was
one.
Pretty impressive. And you have the scent.
And he banged it right out too.
The cologne kid strikes again.
All right, scent 2. This is hard.
This is gonna be really hard. I just want you to know. Okay. So here we go. This is a beautiful scent, though.
Wait, hold on. Look. Take a guess. What does it smell
I
like?
think I know
It
what he's
smells
gonna
like
get.
a Zara Wanted.
It smells like what?
A Zara Wanted.
Okay.
Like the bullet one.
What do you smell? Tell me like the note.
Tell me the
a
notes you smell.
citrusy,
Citrusy. That's literally
a little
the top
bit,
note. Is
a little
citrusy.
bit of sweetness.
A little bit of sweet.
Oh my God, Dean! I'm so impressed.
Top note of citrus. Grapefruit.
Yeah.
You smell that?
A little bit,
Yeah.
like a cranberry.
Do you
kinda.
like it?
It's good. That's
Okay,
good.
so
I like it.
This cologne is actually
Hold on.
Called Mind Games Blockade.
That smells good. I smell that too.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
How
It's
much is it?
a very expensive bottle. Okay. It was a treat to myself, but very expensive. This is one of the. A lot of people mistake it for Creed Aventus, by the way.
It did smell like Creed Aventus.
Yeah, and I thought you were gonna guess Creed
It smelled
Aventus.
like the black and white one.
Yes, exactly.
I'm,
So
I'm
this
so
one-
out of this conversation right
This
now.
is a beautiful scent. Mind Games Blockade. Last one.
Very impressed, Dean. Let me tell you.
I'm impressed too. This last one, I'm just gonna tell you, Dean, is the most expensive bottle here.
Oh, so you might not have it then. Sorry, dude.
Here, we'll go on. Where did we go already? Yeah, we'll go. I go on the top of your hand, back of your hand.
Smells like Rojas.
Smells like Rojas. What does that smell? Explain that smell.
Oh, it's like the red one. The red bottle.
What shape?
It's like a square with like a gold cat.
How do you know this right now?
Oh!
Give me somebody.
Wow.
How do you know that?
Mason Francis Baccarat. That's what it's called, Baccarat. Right?
Wow, that's so funny.
Baccarat Rouge 540. This is a.
Oh, he said. Oh, you said Rojas. Is
Yeah.
that what you meant, Rouge?
No.
Oh, okay.
So this is a very sweet scent, right? This is one of, if I would say it's probably, more, I think. This is one of the most popular like scents on like all of social media now.
Oh, no kidding.
Everybody
Okay.
started wearing it. It's a really good scent. But that was,
Dean, that's impressive,
tell
dude.
you.
Let me say, it's
I
not.
gotta tell you,
Besides you going back to your next thing you're doing, like smelling like a taxi driver with all these different scents. I mean, that was pretty impressive. So let's just talk about your scents really quick. What's your favorite scent?
My favorite scent. Do we block out JPG? Because I have like the whole collection.
Yeah, you could block out. So we did see in I think the New York Post that you were in. Jean Paul Gaultier is your favorite, right?
I
And by
have
the way,
whole collection.
I love Jean Paul Gaultier too. One of my first scents ever when I was a kid was that teal and
I had the same one.
Which one do you have?
the woman, whatever.
I have La Mer Lover, EDT, Elixir,
EDT was the one I had.
Le Beau, Le Parfum, and Ultramel.
Oh, Ultramale's
That one's really good.
unbelievable.
That has a really good
Stop
that-
touching the microphone, Dean.
Yeah, stop touching it.
like a woody scent kind of.
What is-
Yes.
what's the gold block?
Oh.
1 million, Paco Rabanne.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's-
The,
I like that one.
The
That's a
lucky
good
one, I like. I smelled that one. That's
Yeah.
really good.
And what else?
The plain one's just really good. The atomizer is not good though.
By the way, a nice atomizer. There's nothing like that, right? That
Ever seen the R2D2 one?
no. What's that one?
It's amazing. It
Really?
looks like a sprinkler.
What's an atomizer?
Spice Bomb is. By the way, Spice Bomb is very
Atomizer.
good.
Yeah, I love. That's all
Love
I wear.
Spice Bomb.
I've worn it
Atomizer.
for years, and they make fun of me.
Is where you press it down, when you press the cap down, and like the
Like the aerosol, like how it
Yeah,
comes
like
out?
how it
Okay.
sprays, like how it spritz out.
So I'll just tell you how far removed I am from these kids' cologne collection, from him and my oldest
Yeah,
son.
you
I
pour it
yelled
on
at
and you go like
him.
Yeah,
that.
I yelled at
he
him
yelled
for
at
a
me.
while.
So
Why
one
would
day
you
I
have
go-
like CK1?
No, I went into his room and it's like a treasure trove of of colognes, which I never
Okay.
have to buy cologne again, thankfully. And I sprayed something on, and he was like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" So I'm like, take it easy, man. You have plenty of cologne. He's like, no. He's like, that's a winter fragrance. He told me.
Wow.
So I said,
That's what I do
okay.
too.
Yeah, I said, okay, I'm clearly out of my league here. I was
That's
like, you just
amazing.
tell me
winter
what to.
fragrance is like a nice vanilla.
Yes.
Well, they bought me
vanilla. That
cologne.
green one's really good. for
Bingo. And you
winter.
want to know what's a great winter fragrance? Tom Ford Oud Wood.
That one's good.
Phenomenal.
I smelled that one. They
Yeah.
had that at Macy's.
Yes.
But like you need like a
You
John
need-
Paul Gaultier LeBeau, like a coconut for summer and stuff.
Yes. You need that light scent, right? It's like the sweat sometimes.
Actually,
Your
the-
body reacts differently, by the way. It's
Polo
different.
green's really good for fall.
What did you
Perfect for fall.
guys
That
buy
is a
me?
fall scent.
Which polo
We
did you
bought
buy me?
We
was an
bought
old.
you Polo Red. I have 3 of those.
Polo
Yeah, I
Red's
like
nice.
Polo Red.
Yeah, it's very good.
simple. I like that. And what else do I use? Oh, I like the Dior Sauvage.
Oh, by the way, that's one of those.
I have one.
It's an
of
ama-
those.
it's
It's
amazing.
great. So
Yeah.
those are my
Sauvage
3
is like-
colognes.
I mean,
He looks
that's a
as-
cult following.
Yeah,
Cologne.
that was like the whole Johnny Depp thing too, right?
Yeah,
wasn't
exactly.
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
he was on the picture.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was like, but the Dior Sauvage looks is amazing.
You know what I like a lot? The what is it? It's the blue bottle. Is it Chanel maybe?
Versace.
Eros?
No, not
That's-
Eros. It's like a deep blue bottle. What is it? I have to remember. I'll try to remember. But the good news is this. Okay,
Aqua di Gio. Remember that?
Aqua di Gio is amazing.
Yeah,
The clear bottle.
I was a Dracar guy growing up.
Dracar Noir.
Yeah.
Love Dracar. And you know what I love? Cool
I know.
water.
Does it
Cool
have,
water.
Does it
The
have
Mike
the
Dean.
horses on it? The
Horse-
one you're talking about?
No, what is? It's a very popular. It's like one of the most popular. Is it a Dior? No, it's
Is
not.
it expensive?
It's not terrible. I mean, it's like probably $150 bottle.
Oh, so it's not what
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
No, you're very high end, Dean. So what we did is, let me tell you, Island Auto Group knew that you guys were coming on,
Okay.
and for what you did, they actually got you a $100 gift card to Macy's.
All right.
To get another scent. So we'll be sending that to you via email. We have it in email form, so you
that
don't
was
lose
super
it.
nice of them. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. But we want you to continue your cologne ways, and we want you to be the cologne kid for as long as possible. Because I know I miss being a kid. I was
Right.
never the
Actually,
cologne kid, but
After this, we're heading to my grandma's house to pick up another cologne. That
Yeah,
I
my
just
my
got.
parents bought them. What did they get you?
The Male Lover.
wow, that's
It's so
amazing.
good. It has like the tiniest bit of vanilla.
Yeah,
It's kind of good for everything.
yeah, it's
It's
like,
like a Versace Eros.
very versatile.
So why don't you tell them and listen, all the social media, everything's foreign to me, but he started like a little Instagram account.
Did you? Let's
So
plug
he
it.
wants
Let's hear
to
it. What is it?
wants to like just promote what he likes and to review certain colognes and stuff. I said, Dean, you know what? I go, that's a great idea because you'll be talking to people your own age and kids that want to get into cologne and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So what's the account? At what?
My mom made it.
It's
Okay, your mom
it's
made it.
SI_cologne kid.
SI_cologne kid. So cologne kid lives on forever. So what are you gonna
That's
do? You're
it.
gonna do like some reviews there and stuff like that?
Yeah, maybe. Like the Scentbird place, they
Yes.
sent a clone and they want me to do a review for it.
There you go. That's a good start.
And then like other companies are sending more. Like there's this one called Fragrance Net. They're like,
I know Fragrance. I get some colognes from them.
you got
Yeah.
Fragrance Net.
Multiple.
Which ones?
I mean, they have like regular colognes. I mean, they have a ton
They
of
have
them.
everything.
Yeah, they have a ton of them.
So they sent me a few. They sent me like.
I think I got Givenchy Pie. You know that cologne? It's in almost in like a triangular
Yes,
one.
I know what you're talking
Very,
about.
very sweet.
The purple one.
No, it's gold.
They're gonna send me the purple one.
Really? Wow. I think you're about to get hooked up with a lot of cologne, Dean.
Yeah.
Keep that account. So at SI_cologne kid.
Yeah.
Got to follow Dean there. Listen, guys, this was a ton of fun.
This was
having you
awesome.
on.
Yeah, this is great.
I think we're gonna have a lot of really good clips. I'm sure your friends are gonna be watching this. I'm sure your friends will watch it.
Oh, forget it.
John, thank you for driving. this
Hey,
way.
no problem. Thanks for having us. This was a lot of fun.
This was awesome. And listen, good luck. Yeah, keep smelling. All right. And good luck in everything.
What do you say, Nino?
Thank you.
Thanks,
All right.
guys. Thank you so much.